Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Patek Philippe 3970G in white gold. You can see and you can purchase this white gold Patek Philippe Perpetual calendar chronograph on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch, with additional accessories included, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this Patek Philippe 3970G in white gold. Now on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, you get a good sense of the watch's proportions and outright dimensions. Now the 3970 was a little bit smaller than its predecessor, the 2499, but it has remarkably sweet lug and bezel lines, 36.5 millimeters across the round of the case, not inclusive of crown or chronograph pushers. This example, with a solid white gold caseback, is actually 1 millimeter thinner than its display caseback counterpart, 12 millimeters versus 13. And from lug to lug, the watch has a compact span of 43 millimeters across the wrist. So though my wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference, I believe this watch could be worn with great style, proportion, and security on a wrist as small as 13 to 13.5 centimeters in circumference, depending on wrist shape. It has impressive mass to it too. Entirely in white gold with a full white gold deployant clasp, it's the solid caseback of this one that adds the unexpected mass in proportion to the watch's class. It's surprisingly hefty when you pick it up, feeling almost more like platinum than gold. Now I talked about the sweet lines of the lugs, the case, and the bezel, and you can see exactly what I mean. Fluted, beautifully arced lugs, a beautifully compound curved caseband that arcs from top to bottom even as it sweeps from side to side. Note the lugs are soldered on and then finished to create a seamless joint with the case flank, and there is a concave bezel that beautifully pares down the mass of the case, shrinking inward and flaring out as it abuts the case. Now you can see the strap is a matte black, unbolstered, folded edge, monotone stitch, calfskin on the underside. Of course, it is a Patek Philippe factory strap, and you can see it's paired with a white gold Calatrava cross-capped full deployant buckle for greater security when donning or removing at your bedside. Much harder to drop a watch with a deployant. It also provides a nice counterweight to the watch head should you wish to wear your watch loose, the better to avoid it moving around. Now you can see this is a 3rd series 3970. The watch went through a few generations within its generation, starting out with the 3970 first edition, which featured a snap caseback, a little bit of a discoloration of the subregisters relative to the rest of the dial, different style hands, different style indices. The watch you see here is what many consider to be the definitive and certainly the most numerous variation, and you can see that the early and somewhat quirky general hallmarking of the lugs has been reduced to a single white gold 750 stamp. Now the dial of the watch features everything you need. There are the dart style indices and the baton style hands at center in polished white gold. You can see at 3 o'clock leap year cycle as well as chronograph minutes, radial date, bosom style moon phase at 6 o'clock. At 9 o'clock you can see the constant seconds, and within that the 24-hour subdial, the 24-hour giving you the AM-PM distinction, yes, for time at center, but also alerting you as to when you should not operate the calendar functions of the watch using the case side pushers. Now you'll note the aperture at 12 o'clock featuring the day and the month, and a discrete traditional Patek Philippe script, the marquee of the company, at 12 o'clock. Classical pump style pushers on the flank, and underneath the caseback, the Patek Philippe caliber CH 2770Q, derived from the legendary Le Mans 2310 base movement. Other variants of this caliber have gone to the moon. This version, finished to a Geneva hallmark standard, has been hot-rodded by Patek Philippe in several respects. First, there's the finish, which is impeccable, and then there is the Gyromax style balance, which is unique to the Patek Philippe variant. Free-sprung, it takes and holds a very precise regulation. It's a huge balance relative to the movement, beating away at 18,000 vibrations per hour, and in addition to its free-sprung architecture, it enjoys a Breguet-style overcoil hairspring, the better to resist positional or gravitationally induced timing deviation. You can see this 3rd series Patek Philippe 3970G white gold perpetual calendar chronograph and purchase it on our website.